Good afternoon. This is Howard Nema and my co-host Vinny Bdatruth, and this is We Are Change. Happy holidays to everybody out there. Obviously, this is we're on the crest of the new year, 2012.
Big year.
The big year, quote unquote, the Mayan calendar year, and all the mind control of end of the world, and all the preachers preaching that the world is going to come to end and just submit to the gospel of truth, which is God's will for you to submit to the evil tyranny that we know as the New World Order. Mm-hmm. So, Vinny, how have you been? I hear there's some tyranny
first
followed you around a little bit.
That I'm just starting to feel a little better because I got to enjoy Christmas. Me and my family, we actually had food poisoning.
Beautiful.
Nice Italian Christmas Eve eating seafood, and my whole family got sick. Sister in the hospital for 2 days.
Incredible.
So I'm just starting to feel a little better. Still a little out of it, but yeah.
You look good. You look like you lost a couple pounds because of that, probably. It's terrible to get sick like that. But hey, listen, the food, I got to tell you something. The fish is very dangerous.
So good, but yes, so dangerous.
They're not talking about this. Again, the fact that you got the Environmental Protection Agency, which is just a fraud, and it's just, again, in collusion with big business and those that are the people in the club. Now you got Fukushima bringing all this radiation into the world, and nobody's talking about this properly. Nobody's reporting this properly. Probably the biggest story of 2011 for sure, and it will kill millions of people. It's killed people. They underreport the deaths as well. Let's be realistic, ladies and gentlemen. There were nuclear explosions, going into the atmosphere over and over again for weeks. The seawater got in there. There's radiation in the ocean. So the fish are radiated.
That's why we got sick.
But I'm bringing attention to the fact that they're not telling you. Mm-hmm. Anyway, you can just get sick by leaving food out too long.
Even the thing in Florida, what was it, maybe 2-3 years ago, the oil spill.
The oil spill, BP, putting
core
Corexit B in the water, and now it's saying, listen, everyone's go down to this. Hey, listen, listen, I don't want to destroy the economy. I mean, no, these people are starving, but they're killing you. Okay, they're saying, okay, everything's okay. Let's go back down there and eat those shrimp out of the Corexit B waters. You see, you got to understand that this is all also part of this really, really devious plan to depopulate and to destroy us. Now it's they can't just kill us all at once. Everybody will start to realize that. Just like my great friend Harry Link said last night on his broadcast, D2NWO.com. Check him out. He's also can be seen at UnitedTruthSeekers.com. Another great truth warrior. And again, shout out to Pam Suggs for all her work. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Our live stream is now reaching 60 hours of people watching it per day in just a month. So we've got to give kudos to everyone who's helping to make this happen, and to Truth War and to Reverend J. We're moving We're moving ahead in this struggle to get the real truth out. Servers are being upgraded here. The last 2 broadcasts of the year, I'm going to be having Truth with us for informedradio.com, and he's moving off to truthwar.com. So we're all going to be, this is it. It's a continuous plug, ladies and gentlemen, for these organizations. What we're doing here. WeAreChange.org, WeAreChangeCT.org. I mean, we are working in unity. This isn't about any individual. This is about the humanity. And to wake up the sheeple.
Everybody come together.
We got to wake up the sheeple. That's my New Year's resolution for 2012, is to wake up the sheeple before
the end of the Federal Reserve.
Yeah, before the end of the Federal Reserve, because God knows that's the plan. I mean, it is going to end, ladies and gentlemen. The charter ends. It's coming. This is not a conspiracy theory. Everyone, they just keep using these CIA slide response terminologies, which is exactly what that is. It's a CIA slide response. When you say conspiracy theory, it just puts it into a perspective of being dumb, not real. These people are crazy, idiots. I mean, you could show somebody oh, I got a phone call.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll can't quite get that. Maybe I should actually get that. Why don't you go on, Vinny? Do some talking. I'll grab
some other news going on. I was watching a little bit of Al Jazeera television. That's what I actually like to watch for news, better than BBC and American news. They were talking about, I guess mostly right now, is about Kim Jong-il's son. Youngest son's going to be taking over. They're talking about, well, mostly with Iran, about, this right now, I guess, is the big thing, is Iran. We got some papers on that, is where you got Obama, is he going to pass, which I'm sure he will, is to put harder sanctions on their central bank, which is run by the World Federation, the World Bank.
Yeah, the World Bank.
So they're basically going to clamp down on them and destroy their economy. Mm-hmm. And Iran is just making it like, well, we're going to mess up the oil supply. And that's going to
fuel the war.
Yes.
Yeah, we have lots of documentation here for those watching on livestream.com/Truth Talk News. It's just unbelievable. So much news to go over. And
just to stay with that for a second.
Yeah.
With the Iran thing again, where I keep saying, I really think like Ahmadinejad is with Illuminati. And it's just part of the game again,
Oh yeah, they're definitely playing the rule book.
And they say, okay, you do this, and then they turn around and make it like, well, look, they're gonna mess up the oil, and then that's gonna piss off China and Russia, and everybody's gonna have to get involved, because let's be honest, I mean, oil is really like basically the currency of the world, Like it really is, like everything's based off the
oil. Dollar. Well, again, the Rockefellers have really solidified that with the Rothschilds. I mean, they worked against each other. They've worked as partners over the last 100 and so years. But that's where we're at right now. Again, it's this Middle East is the focus of this operation. Mm-hmm. Okay. That is the focal point. And by doing all of this, all we're doing is just like what we did to Japan prior to World War II, or I should say prior to our involvement in World War II. We put all these very similar sanctions, exactly similar sanctions, to Japan, literally forcing them into war to attack us first, so that we would be looked at as, first of all, again, the ones that are in the right, and to rally the people, Pearl Harbor, to rally the people behind a war that they didn't want to be part of, which is the same thing with 9/11. Nobody wanted to be a part of a war. They do all the polls to find out nobody wants to take out Saddam Hussein. Nobody wanted to take, these people
I think the Iranian teenagers and 20, 30-year-olds and kids want to take on America and England and go to war with them. They don't want to do that.
Right.
But they got their leader who's sitting there and going to make it happen. And it's going to be bad, and that, I think, is going to be around September. I think that's when the showdown will be. It's going to just keep leading and leading.
It's going to keep boiling over, just like they're just going to keep tweaking the heat on the pot, and the pot's just going to keep boiling. Then there'll be the incident.
And then everyone's going to get involved. Russia and China aren't going to be able to just sit back. I mean, they got too much oil involved. I mean...
Oh, absolutely. Vinny, it's World War III. I mean, we're literally sitting on the cusp of World War III while everyone's watching, the X Factor and, all these other shows to, like, diverge us. And the whole New Year's and Obama's having, Christmas in Hawaii and everything's going to be okay. And, meanwhile, Europe is crumbling. Somehow all these things are happening, but nobody really deciphers the fact, can't you see that they're just whitewashing everything? I mean, everything. Even the celebrities, even the entertainment is whitewashed. I mean, it's disgusting.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there, and that was another thing, is watching people in Syria, like on Al Jazeera. I was saying, I was watching. You see people sitting there protesting, and their police out there, they actually, probably like NATO forces or something, nail bomb. Came out and did a nail bomb into the crowd, explosion that shot out nails into the crowd. That's what they used in Syria. That's what's going on right now. And, we all know Egypt and all these places with the protests, Greece, Ireland, we got a little bit with the the Wall Street, I mean, it's it's something. It's could be a lot better, but we don't really have like the protests like they're doing everywhere else.
Well,
Still waiting to see that, like real protests.
Well, it's just there right now. You see, here's the thing. You got these people, the people that are really protesting, and then you have all these people that are there with popular opinion, the people that are employed, working, and everyone else is saying, well, why don't you just go get a job and all that. Are not realizing or recognizing the fact that these jobs are not available, and the companies are holding back on hiring, and all of the stigmas that are going on right now with all of these, the raising the debt ceiling and all this other nonsense is all planned.
Yeah.
Perfectly planned and continuous. So what's going to happen is, as this, like you said, powder keg continues to, or the pot continues to boil, the top on the pot is just getting ready to blow off, and it will blow off when more people that are middle class become lower class. When they are angry that 20 years ago I made $80,000 and now I make $40,000. Or $100,000 and now I make $50,000. And the money doesn't buy what it used to either. And you understand that this isn't just one person. Like if you just look collectively, right? The whole country, everybody, magically, nobody, unless you're in financial services or various other entrepreneurial endeavors, if you were just a worker and you were earning X amount of dollars, you've seen your check diminish.
And the value of everything.
And the value of everything the cost of everything go up.
Electric, gas. Everything.
Exactly. While your paychecks, while the value of your check goes down. So then they tax you on top of that, and on top of that. So, I mean, it's just out of control tyranny that everybody just accepts. As that's just the way it is. No. If the money was really helping the people and extending, people's health, giving them real health and real life, and protecting them by giving them choices to have, natural cures for things and other things that are not regulated by the Criminal Federal Drug Administration or the American Murder Association or any of these other organizations that are controlled by the Rockefeller-influenced Big Pharma. I'm ranting today. I don't know why. I'm just a little angry because it's the end of the year, and tomorrow's show, listen, everybody, tune in tomorrow. If you really want to have an amazing show, I mean, I don't even know how I'm chomping at the bit not to talk about it right now. But we have 2011, the year in tyranny. Actually, a year of tyranny in review. And it is like ridiculous. I mean, I can't even tell you. I have, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, I'm only going to, of tyranny explained through the entire course of the year, documented and ready to go. So tomorrow's show between 3 and 5 p.m. Please tune in. It's New Year's Eve. It's going to be worth it.
Yeah, great New Year's Eve.
Great way to start the New Year's. And also Christopher Tsai will be joining us, another great fighter in liberty, and putting in his thoughts on the New World Order and the direction of our country. Everybody has to understand that this is a real threat. We're not doing this for any other purpose other than getting this message out that this is no joke. I mean, any minute, literally any minute, they could just be, by law, they could just come in. This is part of the tyranny. They just got passed. And just break down my door and say, come with me, you are a terrorist because we think so. Because you're talking about liberty and freedom, and that's against our regime.
And they're working on being able just to cut us right off the internet now.
Exactly. Why are they doing these things? Why are they breaking free thought? Why are they taking the individual's thought and just saying you're either part of this collective or you're the enemy? Okay? You're either part of the matrix or you're going to disappear. You're Goldstein. Okay? You're Goldstein. If anyone ever read 1984. No, 1984, Goldstein they all hate Goldstein because he was a traitor and all this, but he was really a patriot, and he didn't even exist. Okay? They create, the whole world we see is an illusion, like David Icke says. It really is. They are showing us what they want us to see.
I call it opposite land.
It's opposite land, exactly.